Now let's talk about finance in this section. Now you can locate the finance tab over here, and you can see we have receipts and action, and that is actually where if a student is coming to pay their bills, this is where we record them. This is expenses. If the school is incurring some expenses, this is where we record them. And these are bills. If you want to bill student respect to maybe school fees, hostel bill, all of those things, this is where we do that. And these are tax special kind of bills assigned to specific students. We'll get into it in a moment. Now let's begin with the bills. Now you can't start by creating a bill over here because you don't have any template yet. In fact, you can't also see anything in the history. What we are going to begin with is the template. Now think of a template as this thing. Every school has got a kind of bill they take. Some schools take school fees and maybe hostel fee. So hostel fee generally is a template, and then school fees is also a bill which we are going to consider as a template. And for each template you create, you have to give us the composition of it. So for example, every school probably takes school fees. Now these school fees, what are the constituents? So you can see that we have some examples over here. Now school fees may take care of tuition bill, or maybe tuition, maybe feeding. If your school consider feeding as part of their school fees, you can put it in them. Computer training can also be part of the fee. All you have to do is to follow this rule, separate each of the items with a comma. And this one here is payment information. When we are generating the bill or the voucher for the student, this information here will be populated on it. So we are picking the cash, the Momo, and the car bank from the configuration we did over here at the finance section. This one, this is where we are picking that information from. So that is what you see over here. In case you want to add some other information, you can just step in and do that. For example, all payment should be made before school resume, like that. So you just have to save this one here, and you can see that we have school fees, and these are the items and the payment information. In case you want to make changes to it, all you have to do is to select this one. And sometimes you may want to add other bills as well. So let's see, assuming your school takes bill for travel and tour or something, you can as well create it over here. But for now, let's leave it simple as school fees. So when we are done creating the templates, okay, we can now create bills out of this template. Okay, now we don't have anything over here because we haven't created any bill yet. So let's go ahead and create and assign a bill. Now let's say this bill here is for 2023 level, or maybe primary one fees, like that. So you want to create primary one fees for 2023. Let me add term 2. All you have to do is to select the template, and that is going to allow you to provide description of the bill. So if I do that, you can see the tuition, feeding, and computer training we entered. So let's say the tuition is 250 cedis, and the feeding is 150 cedis, and computer training is 50 cedis. Now this is a bill. We can create another bill for that of primary 2, like that. So primary 2 school fees, you do this and then you enter the details. So maybe primary 2 is going to pay 300 cedis for tuition, feeding they are paying 200, and computer training 100 cedis for that. Yes, so you can see for this term and this year, primary 2 is paying 600 cedis and primary 1 is paying 450 cedis. Now that we are done, we are now going to assign this bill here to student. So let's go ahead and assign the bill. Good. So this information here is there. Assuming this one here is a bill for term 3, you would want to change this one here to term 3. Otherwise, these are the information. You select the level. Let's say lower primary. For primary 2 categories, all day student, you bill them. So you can see the system now bills all day student with this amount of money, 450. So let me go ahead and select this one. Now you can see the details of it, and this is the student that got promoted to let's say that level. So all you have to do is to click on print, and you can see this is the bill. So this is the current bill. Okay, it tells you that the student is in primary 2. Computer training is 50 cedis, feeding is 150, and tuition is this. So the total bill is this. So this is the bill summary. The current bill is this. The student doesn't have any carry forward amount to pay. We don't have tax, no receipt, nothing. So the student is actually owing 450. And this is the information we added. So let me go ahead and print this one, and you can see this is going to be the student official bill. So all you have to do is to print this and then give it to the student.